Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Julius Baer Women's Speed Test Championship. We are back, or should I say back, with the final segment as we're getting into 1-1.
We are back indeed. But yeah, Wenjun has an 8-point lead going into the 1+1 portion. So Anna's only chance to win all of the games very quickly. But yeah, it's hard to see that happening with the amazing chess that Wenjun has been playing so far. But I think at least for Anna's confidence, it would be nice to at least get a couple of wins in this final portion.
Oh, yeah, and it's going to be a blast for us to watch, right? I mean, nothing like watching some highly skilled players playing 1-minute chess to make you feel alive. It's 11 a.m. here for me in Philadelphia, and I know we've got viewers from all over the world, but whether you're just waking up or need a boost, here we go. Bullet chess time.
Right, and we start off with a Nims Indian, kind of, with e3. All right, so now Black often takes on d4, and okay, knight c6 also move. But yeah, it's going to be fast, it's going to be furious. But Anna, for the first time playing 1d4, knight a5, knight a5.
Oh my god, knight a5 wins a whole piece. Oh no, and look at that face. Oh, face of disgust. But it's bullets.
It's rough. Yeah, that's just a full. It's bullet. Yeah, I mean, it's just a full piece for Wenjun. So I guess this is just going to be another win for her.
Well, not so fast. She's going to get that pawn rolling. Could that be a little bit of compensation? Probably not enough for a bullet game, especially because this is a bullet with a 1-second increment.
Yeah, it's just not enough. I mean, it's something. It's a pawn. It's not a full piece. But Wenjun is such a strong player. I would be shocked if she doesn't win this game. All right.
But yeah, it's worth keep playing here for Anna Sargsyan. She's not resigning. But yeah, that was a real tough one, Benjamin. It was just knight a5 usually just is a positionally strong move. It doesn't usually win a piece.
It was just really unfortunate that, yeah, it did just win a full piece right there, and there's just nothing I could do. So yeah, Anna's fighting right here, but it's just too much. It's just a full piece against Wenjun. Or ought to b5, or maybe there's knight takes c5, a nice intermezzo.
Oh no,
always...
She didn't do the intermezzo, and now we're looking at e5 also. Could we get a second pawn? That would make it more interesting. Queen e7.
Good move to defend the pawn on e5 and hit c5.
Bishop a3, threatening maybe something like b6 followed by c6.
Yep. So queen d7, good move, stepping out of the diagonal and attacking the pawn on b5. I mean, Anna can fight as hard as she wants, but a full piece is a lot, right?
But credit to her for not making the position worse and shaving 20 seconds off the clock. That's exactly what you need to do, right? If you can make it a 2-second game where she's only up a piece, hey, maybe you can win on time.
Exactly, yeah. But h6, Wenjun keeping everything together. And now it's again Anna who's falling behind on the time. Knight e1 played.
Bishop e6, lining up for potentially to play her bishop h3 move that she played earlier in the match. Unforgettable move.
b6. Okay, c6 play. She's giving Anna a protected passer. Queen d5, okay, king h7 just. And then queen e1. Queen e1 maybe, and take on e2. Okay, queen e8, a bit more passive. Okay, now queen e1. No.
Now bishop e5, giving up another piece, but that pawn is going to be running if you take it. Okay,
right, so Wenjun doesn't take a knight d6 instead, but c7 now. The pawn is very close to promotion. Oh, 62.
Yeah, but now we're down 2 pieces. And that's going to be too much, especially, yeah, because you get that pawn.
Oh, there goes the queen.
Ah! Right. Oh my gosh. I didn't see it at first either.
That bishop, yeah.
Was it unusual?
Sneaky, especially in bullet.
Yeah, I thought it was the knights that were supposed to be sneaky, but they're all sneaking compared to the rook, right? I taught my son how to play chess.
It's so easy to hang stuff.
Exactly. The rook is the most straightforward piece. I taught my son how to play chess at like 3 years old, and he loved the rook because it's just like a little harder to blunder. The rooks are so straightforward, sideways and across. So wait, sideways and up and down. So knight b6, bishop e2 here. Yeah, normal position. Let's see how it goes. Can Anna win her first game of the match? Come on,
yeah, very solid opening so far. Yeah, Anna, yeah, she just needs to have the confidence that she can do it. She's been playing great chess. She just has not been able to put some of these games away. Very solid opening so far. I feel like white should be a bit better with the center and the bishop pair, but
Mm-hmm.
black is it's very hard to do anything with white here.
Yeah, we need to get that knight well poised, and it's not really that great on d5 because you can just back up with the bishop and then dislodge me with e4. That's why she's not really sticking the knight on d5 because this doesn't have a lot of long-term potential there. She did put it there, but as predicted, bishop to e1, and now you have to reckon with e4, which is kind of annoying.
A4 also a good move by Wenjun, aiming to go b5 to create some weaknesses for black on the queen side and open up that bishop on f3. Maybe b5 right here. Yeah, she goes for it.
The so-called minority attack. So you have 2 pawns on the queen side and we only have 1, but what our idea is that we can try to win the final pawn and then we're going to be up with a king side majority. So when you hear somebody say the minority attack, that's what they mean.
Exactly. Yeah, that pawn on c6 is now isolated and therefore it's weak. It's on a half-open file, can easily be attacked. Rook d6 defensive. It looks a little clumsy for now.
Indeed, indeed. It seems like somehow white should have some kind of tactical idea, but none that obvious. So queen c5 played. It is looking perilous because the bishop on f8 is eyeing the queen, but to no avail apparently.
All right, rook e7. Anna's still hanging on here. Queen a8. Rook d7. Yeah, not easy for white to make progress because that bishop on e1 is nicely restricted by the black pieces. Oh, wait, but bishop e4? Uh-oh. That's another win.
Oh, and yes, that's right. Bishop b4 was just a crusher. And now at this point, Anna, you see her emotions really coming into play as when she does lose a game, she makes that visible, like kind of cringe, right?
Yeah,
Hopefully,
she's not happy here.
of course not. No, I mean, you pointed it out also, Benjamin. She works really hard on her blitz game, and she's going to be losing a lot of blitz rating in this match because going in, it was a similar ratings, but she's getting getting crushed every game, and that's gonna really hit her rating.
Yeah, it's a 10-point lead for Wenjun. I definitely did not expect this. All right, so let's see what white's going to do here. e5 on the board. I think you take on e5 and then take on d5. And I remember there was a game, I think, between Hikaru and Magnus where there's a funny line. Like, let's say you take, black takes, you take here. And if you recapture, like, no, wait. Or maybe there was another. No, I think you don't take on e5. You take on d5 right away. And if black's not careful, you just end up down a piece. Wait, let me see if I can... I mean, we're in a bullet game. But anyway, a3 on the board. Now black should be doing pretty fine. Maybe bishop f5.
Nice move there, bishop f5, gaining a tempo on the queen.
Let me go ahead and show that line.
Yeah.
So here, there was that game between Magnus and Hikaru where like pawn takes d5 happened. I think Magnus took here, then he took on d5. But after knight takes d5, you're just down a piece because if you take on d2, Hikaru, white recaptured and he was just up a piece, or I don't know what happened. Maybe he took the queen here, white took here, and that was just it.
You have queen f3, but it's not enough. Yeah, I remember that game now. Thanks for reminding us how even the greatest players in the world can somehow miss these little tactics with the recaptures, both defending and recapturing. A bit of switchback ideas, like I had to call them. So bishop e4, queen d4 could threaten checkmate, but I guess there would have been an f6 there. Now you better trade queens.
But now you can take, I think. Now you can take, as now this diagonal is blocked. So you have the time to take and then save your bishop. Rook d8 instead. Now white should be up a pretty clean pawn.
Good. Okay. Could this be the game? Then Anna wins. We've been waiting for it. King e3. Yeah, you're right.
It's not easy to win this, though. I mean, black's still very solid. It's only a pawn.
And bishops of opposite again. We've seen this in many games here. Bishops of opposite color make it harder to win. Also, some really nice moves played by Wenjun in the last couple of moves, making it a little more solid for her.
I really like this move h5. It seems like a move that, you play this move, you just pass, but it actually prevents white from gaining more space. And yeah, now with the rooks off the board, this should be a pretty elementary draw. What she's just going to do is place all of her pawns on the light squares to make sure that white can never attack them, and she can easily defend the pawns with her own bishop.
And unfortunately for Anna, she's not ahead on time, so it's going to be hard to make anything out of this position. I think she will acquiesce to that draw.
This is going to be an easy draw here. Bishop g2 maybe, or that's fine as well.
And you see, this is how it happens. Bishops of opposite color, hard for either player to make any progress because we can't progress on the square that our opponents own. And this is why so many of these games are drawn unless you have a pass pawn. And so a draw indeed, 12-2, 10-point lead maintained by Wenjun. And we've got her back to d4.
Yeah, and Anna back to the Slav defense, e3. Okay, so let's see what Anna's going to do here. She goes e6, going for a semi-Slav setup with an early bishop d6. Normally you start with knight bd7.
Yeah, in the beginning we were thinking that maybe all the games would be like this.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I remember our discussion at the beginning. We thought like, oh, there might be some discussions in the Slav defense, but both of them actually switched it up a lot throughout this match.
That's right. There was a lot of c4s, and there was also a lot of there ended up being some e4s as well. But this is looking like Anna's comfort zone. So maybe this could be her first victory. She is up 10 seconds on the clock and seems very comfortable with the position. I mean, that's generally how you get a time edge in blitz, right? Or bullet chess, that you got all the moves prepared.
Right. Yeah, you know the opening, you know the plans and ideas, so that's how you can move very quickly. All right, so we see a trade here, bishop e6, offering another trade to neutralize the pressure along the f file a little bit.
Yeah, and try to work on some of those weak pawns like c4.
All right, so let's see, knight f3 on the board here by Wenjun, giving black the opportunity to take and give her double pawns. Knight g6. Feels like black should be doing pretty fine here.
And a huge time advantage in Benjamin, like 30 seconds or something like that. Big deal. Big opportunity here. Not that Anna will ever go down quietly. I mean, that Wenjun will ever go down quietly, but still, this is a big opportunity. That's a huge edge in blitz, 30 seconds. In bullet,
yeah,
rather.
But queen f2, great move by Wenjun, hitting f7 and a7, and she took that pawn, and now black should be doing fine, but you're down a pawn, and you have to prove that, oh, wait, there goes another pawn. Take, and then check and take on b7.
She didn't go for it, and here we have some rook 8c3 getting a little, rook takes e3, going for the two rooks first queen. What do you think, Benjamin? No, she didn't do it.
I think that was interesting, but I think also just keeping the pieces on the board is definitely worth a try as well. Queen e5, maybe we'll see a repetition. She takes on a2, but take d6.
Oh,
looks scary for black.
Risky game. She is trying to use her edge on the clock, but is it overstepping?
Oh, you check on c7 and then d7, because then there's never a check on the long diagonal.
There's no draw with queen f4 check. Brutal. Oh, what a game by Wenjun, You think she has such a big time advantage that she might win, but didn't work out.
Yeah, great defense by Wenjun, and then she found a nice idea with queen d8, queen c7 at the end, and she wins another game. So yeah, she can definitely hold her on in the time scrambles.
Well, she also saw it instantly. She was just like, oh yeah, queen c7 check, d7, defending against the checks and winning. I mean, she is just an unbelievable technical player, which is so much what blitz is about, right? Technique.
Exactly. Yep. All right, so by the way, we have 2 minutes on the clock, so this could very easily be the last game in the match. Anna going here for some very aggressive play with h4 and h5. f5 by Wenjun, gaining some space on the king side to make it more difficult for white to attack on that side of the board.
And h6, kind of weakening that situation. Queen e2, got to play rook e8.
I think this pawn on e6 is going to be gone. You don't really want to go... I mean, you can go knight d8, even though it's a bit passive.
She does play knight d8. Big opportunity here for Anna to try to win her first game of the match.
Wait, but queen g7 hitting the knight?
Why
like, you can move it.
So what about like rook g3 or something now? Okay, well, she didn't do it. She played bishop g5 instead, and now knight e5 in between move.
All right, nice move, hitting the queen. This looks scary for black. Like, it's very easy to suddenly get checkmated if you, like, I don't know. Let's say you move the knight and then knight f7 comes. 25 seconds for Wenjun. This is definitely a nice opportunity for Anna to at least end the match with a nice win.
I agree. And I actually think I saw a little bit of a head shake there by Wenjun, showing that she's not happy with her position. She better be happy with her match score. that would be
Yeah.
pretty insulting if she wasn't. No, I'm sure she's thrilled. But hey, she's a chess player. Every game, it's a new game, right? Got to win them all.
Every game you want to win. Okay, she's doubling up the rooks on the g file, but I think it's going to be very difficult to ever do anything there. Rook f5, rook e5 is a nice plan here. I mean, this is a great position for Anna, also way up on time. It would be so nice for her to end this match with a win.
Oh, yeah.
And h6.
I think a lot of the fans would like that too.
Yeah, no, she definitely deserves a few. Actually, would it be her only win in the match?
Yes.
I think
exactly.
so.
Exactly. And we feel sympathy because she's played some absolutely inspired chess, but has never been able to pull a win together. Can she do it? It looks like this is going to be it. Maybe. I don't want to jinx her, Benjamin, but look at this. Up 30 seconds, up a beautiful pass pawn, up 2 other random pawns.
Yeah, this has to be a win. Like king f5 to e6, it's just the position really plays itself here. Rook b7, trying to pick up another pawn, king f5. I think you just don't hold this. Like you just get checkmated here with black. That's just what happens here.
Oh yeah,
g5.
That's right. Trying to get a little filler.
Anna's gonna win it.
Yeah.
Take another pawn. Just go for it. Just don't think. Just keep moving, because that's what she's been doing this game, and it's worked out beautifully.
Oh, and you can't even play rook a6 check with just d6. Running checkmate in one move, and she won. Wow.
Great game by Anna. And yeah, I think everyone's just really happy for her that she ends this match with at least one win.
Well done by Anna Sargsyan. But of course, the big victory is for Wenjun, who has won this match 13-3, 10-point lead. Unbelievable play by Wenjun. I mean, just a crushing and beautiful performance, showing us why she's world champion.
Yeah, great stuff by Wenjun. She played some great chess, never gave up in tough positions, and yeah, she saved so many points from those losing games. So, very deserving winner of this match.
Yeah, I mentioned, technique is everything in Blitz. A lot of people think it's about tactics, but it's actually technique to me, because in Blitz, you got to actually win the game in 3 minutes, and that is so hard to do.
Yeah, but she didn't really have any trouble in her own games that she was winning in, but she always made it so difficult for Anna. That's why she was able to save so many points.
Well, let's take a look at the bracket, as we do have our first result in the Women's Speed Chess Championships. And we're going to take a look at the bracket presented by Julius Baer, the official wealth management partner of the CCT and the Women's Speed Chess Championships. And here we are going to see Wenjun advance to play the winner of Alice Lee and Sarah Kadin, which is going to take place next week.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting matchup as well. I think, Alice Lee, the young talent from the US, against Sarah Kadem. Sarah, she has a higher rating in over-the-board classical chess, but I think Alice Lee might be a little bit more experienced in online chess. I remember she was my teammate on the St. Louis Archbishops, and she scored so many points for us. It was amazing. I think she also drew Hikaru from a better position, so that's going to be a close one as well.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a great match. Yeah, I love both of those players, so really will be keen to watch that one.
For sure.